Welcome to Games HUD's Roundup of Gamescom 2013. Me and Tom here, we went this year, Cologne. It was a fantastic event, saw loads of games, really popular event this year, a lot of people.
40,000 or something?
Yeah, it was a fantastic event. As I said, we're going to go through a couple of our favourite games of the show. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with a few of kind of notable games that we played.
Yeah.
I'd like to kick things off with saw some exclusive footage of the Evil Within, which was absolutely fantastic.
Terrifying.
I've been keeping my eye on this game for quite a while now, and it looks like the survival horror genre is coming back with a bang.
I mean, creature of Resident Evil, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. The footage that we saw wasn't shown to public before, obviously shown to a lot of journalists before, but it really does look like Resident Evil's coming back, but under a different guise, that's for sure. Shinji Mikami, I'm saying it right, the godfather of the horror genre is back, and it does look really fantastic. We also saw a slurry of Wii U games as well.
Yes.
Of note was Super Mario Land 3D, which was a lot of fun. Yeah. I mean, there was three of us, our friend as well.
And a German.
And a German, yeah, it's fantastic.
Transcends language barriers.
It's amazing. Really good fun. We also played Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, just more of the same.
Yeah.
It's Mario Kart combined with F-Zero and
HD
racing in HD.
Fantastic.
Good.
And we also got our grubby little mitts on the next generation. PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Yeah. Which
we'll go into a little bit more in a sec, but our first impressions are good.
Good.
Yeah, very good. Alright, so we're going to go through probably our top 4 games, and then as I said, we're going to go through our impressions of the next gen. So we can kick off with Battlefield 4.
Yes. Incredibly good.
Yes.
Incredibly good.
It really was. We played them on high-end PCs with a 360 controller.
Yep.
It was a kind of a huge battle map on an island in the tropics. The weather really does.
Very dynamic.
Yeah.
From being all very nice and tropical to suddenly being like a horrific storm.
Yeah, and it really showcased off the new modes, several teams in action. You just didn't know where it was coming from, left, right, and you're just thinking, who am I shooting?
It's absolutely massive map.
Yeah, it was
ridiculously big.
Really quite good. The queue was huge for it, which is justified.
4 hours
for
like 20 minutes of gaming.
But it was definitely worth it. There was a few games for next gen that I was kind of thinking, well, which one should I go for? And certainly Battlefield 4 is now on that list. For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Day one purchase for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Our second game of note, definitely that we definitely recommend that you check out, is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Yeah. Considerably better than 3.
Yes.
That's the first impression.
Yes, absolutely.
Most notable thing was that although like the sea combat is way more interesting, way more dynamic, and then once you've attacked a fort or whatever, you can immediately go in and become like ground operations in the fort, as opposed to having to like load a new area or do it separately. It's all very cohesive and fluid.
Yeah,
much more enjoyable.
It definitely reminded me a lot of, in some ways, of AC2. They've gone back to that great combat. There looks to be a lot of areas to explore. I mean, they've already kind of confirmed there's 50 different places to explore, including islands and cities and different things to do. Oh, for sure. But the naval combat is a definite highlight on that, and the actual combat itself is just so brutal. You can tell you're playing as a pirate.
Yeah.
He's not afraid to take cheap shots in the combos. He'll kick someone in the balls, or he'll rip someone's throat out just for the hell of it. It's it looks like a real return to form for that series.
Satisfying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Need for Speed.
Need for Speed
Rivals.
Yes, that was
very good.
Surprise, I think, of the show, actually, because I mean, I love Need for Speed, and I know you're a big fan as well, and it's one of those games that has just kind of gone, when Criterion were developing it, it went from strength to strength, but in between you had kind of
filler
games, like
The Run.
Yeah, that's
not great.
No, not at all. But Rivals was excellent fun to play. We had about 15 minutes on that.
Yeah.
And the whole great thing about it was they had 36 consoles, which we played on PS4. You can literally have a massive open world, and all 36 of us were playing at the same time. You could interact with the police, or you could be one of the rivals.
Yeah.
And
just being able to hunt down each other.
Yeah.
Like, everyone was playing at the same time, just being able to hunt down each other, just like chase after your friend is so satisfying.
It looks like it's going to be a really good online game.
Yeah. Usually I don't find with racing games, especially not open world.
Yeah.
But it's just, if that's what it's going to be like, it makes me want to play it.
Yeah,
play online more than single player.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
I mean, going on from Need for Speed, which we played on PS4. We're not going to discuss the new consoles because it was our first chance to play them. We'll start with the PS4, which had a bit of a mixed bag of games to play. Really, they had a good solid area. They had AC4 on PS4, and they had Knack, Octodad, Resogun, Hohokum.
Yeah. Drive Club,
and they had Contrast as well, and DC Universe Online.
Yeah.
So a good spectrum of games there, and we played on every single one of them.
Yeah.
And I can say that Knack looks fun.
It's fun. It's colourful. It's functional.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a massive indie fan. You not so much, I suppose, but Hohokum was a particular highlight for me. It's so brilliantly colourful. Reminds me of the kind of like whole, what Sony have been doing recently with kind of Guacamelee and Journey. Just brilliant colour games. Just good fun. Definitely that. Octodad was really special.
It's just hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of think of it and you think, this is just an octopus walking around. What's the point in this? But until you play it.
Yeah, it's the controls. If you just watch it, it just looks silly. If you play it, it's just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, because you control each limb with one of the triggers, and then you've got to use the analog sticks to move the tentacles around, and
it's so complicated.
Crazy shapes with different things. But like playing on the PS4 really showcased textures and different physics for me, which was really quite impressive.
And the controller itself.
Oh, the controller. We can go on for hours on that, but we won't.
There will be a written article.
We're going to write about that. Quickly, obviously, Drive Club as well, which was
really
a good solid racing game, definitely. So on to Xbox One. Quick note on the controller on that. Not as good.
No. I wouldn't say as good as the 360 controller.
No.
Being thrown out there.
Disappointing. But they had an annoying thing with the triggers, which is a vibration, which you feel everything.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, especially when you're playing a game like Forza.
Yeah, it just takes you out of the game entirely. You want it to be subtle in the background, so you kind of just get immersed. Instead, it takes you out of the experience. Because as soon as you drive over a stone, the controller jumps out your hand.
Yeah, absolutely. We also played Killer Instinct.
Not very good.
Bit average, unfortunately. Yeah. We were really quite up for that.
It's like a slow, clunky version of Street Fighter.
Yeah. It's a shame. Real massive shame.
Yeah.
And
Forza 5 was good though.
Yeah, Forza 5 was.
It was more of the same, but really shiny.
Cool. And we saw a bit of Project Spark as well.
Yeah.
Which looks like an interesting experiment for sure. Be interested to see more of that. That's a kind of Xbox One roundup.
I think we can finish with the best.
The best of the show, absolutely. Our games had best of the show by a country mile was Titanfall. Which again, personally, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was.
No, I thought it was going to be another Call of Duty. Good, potentially really good, but just more of the same. It was kind of a really fresh experience.
But it turned out, whenever a developer comes out and says, we've reinvented the first-person shooter, you kind of think, okay. But this really is something special. It's fluid, it's quick, it's, you've got parkour with jetpacks and
which sounds awful, but it works so well.
Amazingly. Yeah, I mean, you can go from the floor to a high-rise building in a number of button clicks.
If you're good, you can chain it really well. Like, you can run across the entire map pretty much without landing on the floor.
Everything about it though, the shooting's really good, the mechanics are great, the running's great, the Titans are great. I can see that really being something quite special. So that's definitely one to look out for. So that was our Gamescom brief roundup. We'll also be doing a load of previews on all the other games we played. A lot of fantastic stuff there, a lot of stuff if you're an avid gamer to look forward to. So you can reach us on all the usual social sites. So we've got facebook.com/GamesHud, twitter.com/GamesHud. You can also subscribe on YouTube, which is youtube.com/GamesHud. And please visit the site, read our articles, read our reviews, and that's gameshud.net. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.